A special thanks to EK Water Blocks. Just watch their entire video. It'll blow your mind, all the new stuff that's coming out. Also thanks to ASRock, their new motherboards. You know what, they do more than just that. They've got their all-in-ones and everything else, so be sure to watch that entire video. And thanks to Innovex. They've sponsored us to come and check out all the cool, innovative stuff, so be sure to watch all that coverage. The links are in the top of the description. They got all kinds of stuff, including some all-in-one units that are fully submerged in some kind of non-conductive liquid. Just watch the video. Total water cooling system. This is the Zalman. So these are ZMachines, right? We got a few of them here. This one is the total water cooling system because on the inside there is a non-conductive liquid, and pretty much everything else is custom. This is a 3M product on the inside there. Fancy looking. But you guys can see there's water cooling on the GPU. Nice block on there. RGB everywhere, and on the front they have their, I believe they call these spider fans. Spider fans right there on the front. You know, I kind of like this because everyone's doing the circles, and you know, we've got the circles over there, so no hate toward the circles, but it's nice to see something different. And also the shape and the style of this case is very unique and very different. Yeah, we could see some of these ZMachines available on the market. Let's go over and take a look at the ITX model. Yeah, this is just a classic liquid cooling with the hard bended tubes. And the nice thing is when you get one of the ZMachines, they come pre-built. You just fill up the reservoir over there, and you're good to go. So there's that option. Now let's take a look at the smaller PC over here. Now this is the ZMachine 300. It's got a complete custom liquid cooling system. Oh, sweet, thanks very much. The case on this looks really solid. And on the back here, you can see we also have a complete custom job going on with the hard tubes. Look at that flowing around in there in the GPU. So I got the acrylic, so it's not going to bend. God, that's pretty. Looks really cool. So that's the ZMachine 300. Let them know in the comments if you guys would grab one of these pre-built, and then when you get it home, you'll have full control over the RGB and everything using their software. But would you guys get a pre-built like this and then fill it up with liquid when you get it home? This is the X3, a new case, and it's a new idea. So it has an interesting look, sort of somewhere between gamer and sophisticated. So I kind of like that. But let's go ahead and rip it apart, shall we?
Completely toolless.
Completely toolless because they use a peg system. The pegs are machined so that it'll all pop together. And there we go. Now, this is interesting because we've got several different options here. You should be able to get it in black or in white. Now you can change the, press the RGB and see what it looks like. Got a few RGB zones on the top here. We're syncing it up with the motherboard right now. There we go. Get all the lights all synced up and everything. So you'll be able to get this in black or white, but there's also all these other options that they're exploring here. So you can have like some, custom color options without having to rely on RGB. If you want to turn off the RGB and just, do this, you guys could. Using car paint, so it feels a little bit different. Super high quality as well. All right, so one thing that's cool is when you buy this, and it'll be out soon, you'll be entered into a contest to get a complete custom paint job. So they'll give this to a few of you guys, but then you'll get to pick exactly the color that you want, and all you have to do to be able to enter is just have one of these so they can send you the side panels. Custom job on there. Yeah. A couple new cases here I just want to show you. This one's nice because it's sleek, but also has a little style down the front there. This is the S101. It's a new case. And then if you want something with a little bit more of a robot look, I don't know. This is kind of like a retro futuristic robot. This is the S111. They got their radiators and stuff mounted in there. RGB fans going on everywhere. All right, you guys can't see this. It's so dark, but you can see the RGB, right? Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. This is the ZM DFP 700 and 800 watt versions. Now they have two different fans in here. So you have an intake and an outtake, and they're also able to run these at a lower RPM. So even though there's two fans in there, it'll improve the life, it'll make things nice and cool, but they can also run them at a lower RPM. And that'll keep it nice and quiet. Let's say you want complete silence, but you also want some power. This is a prototype, but this is the FPSU 800, and this is 800 watts with no fans. There's a bunch of big heat pipes in there that go out to this, big piece of aluminum here on the back to dissipate that heat. But that's your option there if you wanted to have like no fans whatsoever. Two fans, no fans. How about an RX 570 as a Thunderbolt 3 external graphics card? And you also got, your extra options there, and as far as a few extra outputs and a USB on the side there, Ethernet as well. But this is a nice small option. It's not going to give you as much power as like a 2080 or something like that, but it's a nice small option to have for an external graphics card. All right, let's look at some concept cases right here. The VX101. Nothing to do with the Taipei 101. Just a concept case, let you guys see what it looks like. We've got a couple different zones here. Got the one zone on this side with all your core components, and then on the other side you'll have your hard drives and your power supply and stuff. See that over there? And all your cables, hide them. Oh yeah, it's got a spoiler. Some people love the spoiler, but you need them when you have a computer this fast. You have to have a spoiler. So here we go. There's another concept case. Let us know what you guys think of this one in the comments. It's yeah, buttons are there. I.O. on the side here. Got a lot of options right there. It's so dark in this joint. All right, this is their largest case. Tons of room for activity here. I believe it's the M101. Big case, full size ATX. Plenty of room for extra stuff. You want to put reservoirs in here, you can do that. You want to put plenty of radiators in there, you can do that. Speaking of cooling, Zalman is a company that was known for cooling and then kind of like stopped making crazy stuff for a while, but now they're getting back in the game. All right, you guys like the look of those spider fans? Well, this is the CNPS 20X, and you got 17X, and moving on down to the 10X here, but the difference is you got, two different stacks right here. You got two of the fans on there. It's not turned on right now, but it'll look kind of like this when it's on, but just with more fans, more stacks. All that stuff. So that'll be good for dissipating heat. And this is going to be something that'll work with your really powerful extreme Intel stuff. They do not have anything currently for Thunderbolt, but they do have AM4. They do have socket 2066 and 1150X and all that. So they have pretty much everything except for Threadripper. So I like the style and look of this one a little bit, so I want to highlight it just a little. So this is the CNPS 10X, and you can get it in black or white. So you can get it like this, or if you want it like a little bit bigger, you got these that have fan on the front and the back for intake and outtake, but there's only one stack in the center there, so still good to have good cooling because of the two different fans. And then, if you guys are tired of hearing about the Hyper 212 Evo, you might want to check out the CNPS 9X. So this one here is supposed to be a direct competitor. It comes in around $20-something. So around the same price as well. I need to test one of these out and see if it's as good or whatever, but it's definitely going to be a hell of a lot better than stock for a pretty low price. Here's our spider fans. We got them in 120, and then we also have them in the 140 over here. Individually addressable RGBs all the way around the center right there, as well as the different zones on the sides there. And you can use the Z-Sync software to come over here and set up your different color modes and patterns and all that sort of thing. So pretty easy to do that. All right, let's take a look at our water blocks here and our all-in-one units. So again, individually addressable LEDs all around the center, and then the zones around the sides. And then we have all the standard sizes. So you got 240 and 360 over there on the end. So pretty fancy stuff, and it's cool to see Zalman making all kinds of crazy products. Corsair's gone custom. I'm talking like custom blocks, custom tubing, custom cooling. That's pretty crazy. Also, you guys have to see what they've done with Elgato, making your streaming life happy. Let's check it out. Stream Deck. Is this the XL? It's called XL, yes. Stream Deck XL. Check this thing out. What, did you turn off the lights with that thing?
Yeah, see?
Push that again. All right, so you've got your lights. These are Elgato lights as well, guys. Look at these little soft boxes full of LEDs, little pancake lights. What are you doing? I'll be right back. So all the scenes are set up here. Hey, it's us. Get some John Cena on there, would you? Yes. How much John Cena can this thing hold?
I'm surprised this thing can handle any John Cena.
If you guys haven't used a Stream Deck and you stream and you don't have a Stream Deck, then just get one. We don't need to tell you how to use it. Just get it. You'll figure it out. You can set this thing up over here. This is the interface where you set everything up. And I really like our Stream Deck, but now that I've seen the XL, we've got like 3 empty ones on our regular Stream Deck, but I still want this one. We would figure out how to fill this up. So the green screen sits on the floor. We've never done this before, so we're going to see how it works. Where's the stand?
I don't know. I just did a magic.
Yeah, for scale. There you go. Yeah, and your silly racing chair will look great in front of this. There you go. Or you can be sophisticated and get a Steelcase Criterion chair, please. Yes, very good. And I really like what Corsair's been doing with Elgato. Really cool stuff.
It just pushes back down. There's no release to it or anything.
What?
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on! The tension mechanism in the center, it creates a sort of an X. And then go ahead and push it down. That's genius. All right, that's freaking awesome. This whole setup's nice. Makes me want to stream, but check this out. So it's completely integrated with IQ lighting right there, so you can change everything in your system, including your reservoir, including your water block, including everything in your loop, all changing color together with your RAM and your fans. And this is excessive and ludicrous, and they should be ashamed for being this excessive with their perfection of color. Actually, I like the uniform colors here. It's nice and pretty. The Nightmare Carnival mode, or Rainbow as they call it, right?
this one's Nightmare Carnival's a better name.
Nightmare Carnival.
The unicorn.
It's official. You heard the Corsair said that. This is totally new for Corsair. This is the Hydro X series. So they've got custom GPU blocks, right? And these are super easy to put together. I'll show you the back of one of these in just a second. But first off, we got our 2070, we got our 2080 and our 2080 Ti right there. The fins are going to be a little different depending on if you get the 2080 or the 2080 Ti. This is actually the Strix edition. So they decided to give one custom OEM solution, and it's like going to be the Strix. So you get the little bigger block there for the Strix. And over here we have the Vega 56 and also the 64. There's that. See all those tiny little fins in there? Now let's talk about all this tubing and stuff. So we have a few different options. First off, we've got the D5 pump right here. And notice the LED lighting? It's on the top and it shines down. And that's nice because in your case, as you can see over here, it kind of gives it like a glow. If you're going to be sitting above this, it just kind of like glows down. It doesn't shine from the bottom up into your eyes, which is a nice idea. Then we've got our different water blocks here. They've created all these custom water blocks. Super dense fin count. And we'll talk about these in just one second, but first of all, I want to show you the tubing here. We got one size, and this is the flexible tubing right here, one size of that. And we have two sizes for the hard tubing. We got 14, and we also have 12 over here. One thing that's nice about this is it's acrylic, so even if your system gets really hot, it's not going to warp, it's not going to bend. You got all the fittings for each of these, for the 12 and the 14 as well. And also I want to mention, you do have a flow meter up here, right there. There you go. And then you guys can look on their website, but they have all the different sizes when it comes to radiators, even a variety of different thicknesses as well. All right, I want to show you a little bit more about these water blocks for the GPU. Now they also have the 10 series cards supported, like the 1070 and the 1080, but I want to show you guys how this goes together. So right in here you have full-on RGB inside here. The leads are right up here on the top for that. Very easy to put together. So you have this one piece on the front, right? And then right up here you guys can see all the thermal pads are already in place. They have a separate piece because they had to do the copper fins separately because it's a different machining process. So that's there, and they screw it on from the back, and then it all just goes together. That goes on the top right there, and then you just put the back side on there. Now the back just goes together. These are all the same size screws. You can do this in 5 minutes, they tell me. Put it together, screw it on, and you're done. That's pretty handy. All right, here's the different water blocks. We got the XC7, and we also have the XC9. XC7, that's going to be your AM4 and all your 1150X stuff. Comes with the mounting brackets for both. XC9, this has aluminum right here, machined aluminum around here because it's fancy. It's for the 2066 and also the thread ripper parts. Now, notice how the RGB, again, is sort of subtle. It's underneath there. You guys can see it's like underneath this, so it's not extremely bright. It's pretty, though. This is the most popular build over here because it's featuring all of the Hydro X stuff. Oh, sure, yeah, we can change profiles over here. Syncs up with the IQ software, of course. Look at all this. Is this Carnival mode? No, I don't know.
That's Carnival mode.
That's Carnival mode.
But we don't call it that.
Nope,
it's RGB.
It's RGB, it's not. That's my term. Ginormous 1000D system right here.
So if you notice,
Look at all the
we
radiators.
have 3 different loops in there.
Yeah, 3 loops, 3 radiators.
RGB colors. Because why not?
Why do you have 3 pumps in there?
Yes, we do.
Because you have another system down here, because this is the 1000D.
Yes.
So you can put a little ITX down here, NVIDIA on the green loop, Intel on the
blue loop.
The blue loop, and then this little system here on the red loop.
Yes.
That's a loopy system. All right, who's going to build something like this at home? I want to know in the comments who's going to build something with 3 reservoirs, 3 pumps, 3 of everything, basically. Who's going to build this? I want to know in the comments.